What do God and Subaru have in common? And thank God for solid biblical scholarship. Welcome to another episode in the Over My Shoulder Bible Study series. These brief videos are designed to augment and supplement the sermon that I preach each Sunday with the Missouri Street Church of Christ here in Baytown, Texas. This Sunday, August the 3rd, we resume our Immerse Bible reading project, and we find ourselves in the sermon series in the same book that we'll begin with, and that's the letter or the book of Amos. Now, David Dorsey is an Old Testament scholar that I have a great deal of respect for, and his work, The Literary Structure of the Old Testament, a commentary on Genesis through Malachi, is simply superb. I've profited from it again and again. One of the enlightening things, indeed the first thing that Dorsey points out when he begins to discuss Amos in this book, is how many things are grouped in sevens. He finds at least 23 groups of sevens in Amos. Interesting. There are 7 oracles against Israel's 7 neighbors. There are 7 rhetorical questions. There are 7 empty ritual activities that Israel practices, and the list goes on, like the 7 things the wealthy do that aren't good at all in chapter 8. Well, as Dorsey notes the sevens, he also notes how that the structure of the entire book of Amos is a giant chiasm. To make that a long story short, what that means is the focal point of the letter is in the center of the book and not at its end. Dorsey finds, and I believe he's right, that the center of Amos is the first 2/3 of chapter 5, where there is a call for Israel to repent and lament. It is a funeral dirge. This week, you hear Kim Martin reading chapter 5 in the Faith Aloud video that you'll see elsewhere here on our YouTube channel. Now, what's interesting is that Amos embeds a chiasm within a chiasm. That is, his whole book is a chiasm, and the central point is chapter 5. But chapter 5, that section, verses 1 through 17, is also a chiasm. And its central point is a hymn to Yahweh's power, verses 8 and 9. Now, if you were to take a close look at verses 8 and 9 of chapter 5, you would find a reference to Subaru. Well, no, not really, just the stars. But if you were to look on the back of any Subaru, like this keychain fob for my Subaru Crosstrek, you would find this symbol. Let me encourage you to look up the references to the stars in that passage in chapter 5 and use the word Subaru in your search as you consult the oracle, and you'll find out just exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, there is a car maker that has reference to something referred to in Amos. Every time you see a Subaru, may it remind you of the prophet's message through Amos that people matter, all people to God, and the way we treat others is a reflection on how we treat the Lord. Grace and peace be with you.